Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. It's your girl Miss Naba. If you're new here, welcome. It's me, Kenya's favorite YouTuber, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to this video. I highly appreciate that. Thank you so much. In today's video, judging from the title, as you can already see, I'm going to be telling you everything about my tattoos, everything you need to know about healing them, which one is the most painful, which one is the most expensive, which one, and all that. I'm going to be telling you literally everything about my tattoos. As you know, I have 3 tattoos. I have this armband right here, I have these words over here written Godsmith, and I also have this butterfly tattoo. One half is a butterfly and the other half is a rose flower, and it's behind my right hand. This is my right hand where the armband is, and this is on my left hand. So I'm going to be going from the third to the very first tattoo that I got. And while I'm doing that, kindly make sure you subscribe, kindly give this video a thumbs up to just help me be on the good books of the YouTube algorithm, so that more people can watch this video and all of that shebang. Now we start with my third and my most final one, which is this armband tattoo, which surprisingly is the tattoo with the least meaning on earth. Like, it literally has no meaning. I just wanted something that goes around my arm, and I didn't want something that was masculine, and I kept going over Pinterest just looking for a feminine armband tattoo. Now, one thing you'll hear from people with tattoos is they'll tell you tattoos are extremely addictive. So I got this tattoo like 1 month. I got this tattoo 1 month after my second and first tattoo, because I just wanted a tattoo on my body, and I wanted something detailed. And the tattoos that I had, which was this and this, I just felt like, you know, when you're putting on a tattoo, it has some sentiment, but after some time it's just basically you're trying to show off. I'm not going to lie, there's even a certain meme a friend of mine sent. It's like you are literally just trying to show off, and I felt like this one was not being seen, and this one I didn't want it to be seen because the meaning is quite personal. So I decided, you know what, let me just go get an armband tattoo. So this cost me 3,000 shillings. I got it from my tattoo guy who lives in Rongai. However, not sure about my tattoos. I usually feel like they're not as dark as they should be, and now I'm not sure if it's because I'm dark skinned or if it's my tattoo artist, because I have a friend of mine who's light skinned who got a tattoo and it's just loud. So I don't know if for my next tattoo I should just go to another tattoo artist to see, so that I'll be able to compare and all that. However, this tattoo was the one with the least meaning, the one with the most pain, and the one that took most time. This took 4 hours, and I wanted it to go around my arm, but as you can see, this part over here is shaded. By the time we were getting behind my arm, my hand had already swollen. My hand had already swollen, and it was so painful. I had been sitting there for close to 4.5 hours. So and the stencil had faded over here, so it was so hard for him to see, and he ended up shading, which made me end up hating it. However, I just realized, let me just love it, because I wanted something that goes around my arm. But now if he decided he's just going to shade this part, then okay, he's the artist, I'm the muse, so all right. So this cost me 3,000 shillings. I have already told you that. Onto my second tattoo, which is this one. This one, I can't remember the pain, but I think I'd give it a 5. This one, I'd give it a 13. This one, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. And the meaning behind this one took less than 10 minutes, like literally just writing and then going over it again. It took me less than 10 minutes. And the meaning behind it is, I've always wanted to get a tattoo since like a long time ago, ever since like 2019 or 2018. I remember I even asked my mom. Luckily for me, my mom is very liberal. She's okay with anything you want to do on your body. She says she has no say. over what you want to do on your body. So that's what made me to go get this tattoo, reading God's mess. This is a revelation I had in 2019. If you have been following me for a while, you know my relationship with God has been kind of like a roller coaster. And sometime in 2019, I felt like God was calling me deeply into ministry and all that. And I was just coming out from a lifestyle of anasa, basically the life that I'm living now. But that's not funny. Anyways, so I was just coming out from that point, and I just kept feeling scared, like, what will people think about me? I'm not perfect. So like, basically, I'm just trying to give you the context, but the meaning behind it is I'm not perfect, but still God chose and continues to choose me as a vessel to speak and maybe impact people with my lifestyle. And this was just God telling me, you're a mess. You're never going to be perfect. You are never going to be perfect. You are a huge mess. But here's the good news. You are nobody's mess. You are my mess. So that's the meaning behind God's mess. This is the tattoo I take the least time trying to explain it to people. If you don't get it, I'm not going to try to explain it. I'm not going to try to show it off because it's personal. Some people don't get it. I won't even bother to help you understand it. No, I honestly won't. If you don't get it, forget about it. That's basically my mantra about this tattoo over here. My last and final tattoo is this one. As you can see it, I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to insert photos. Half is a butterfly, the other half is a flower. And this on August 22nd, I was raped and I was beaten up by my rapist. I woke up in the morning with someone on top of me. I was drunk the previous day, but I have no idea who he was. Even while we were partying with my friends, I did not see him at all, but he beat me up. I had marks all over here. He raped me. And it was intense. I'm not even supposed to be sharing this because of the respect I have for my mother, because she is honestly not comfortable with me sharing about it, and which I understand, because during that period I came to understood that proverb that we usually have, that uchungu wa mwanawe aujuai ni mama, uchungu wa mwana aujuai ni mamae, or something like that. Yani the pain of a child, the person who knows it well is the mother, because I feel like my mom was the most broken with this situation more than I was. And during this entire period, I remember the people that I was with during that night didn't want me to report, which means they knew something was happening, and it was a traumatizing period. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes even still up to date, I feel it. And which is sad is it was literally 2 days after my 22nd birthday. And my 22nd birthday didn't go well. Like, it did go well until the aftermath of a friend of mine who I really don't know what was over her, but now she that's what made me get out of the house, and then later on go to party with some of my friends. And now that entire thing happened, and I had to go to the police station to report that entire issue. And the people at the police station are judgmental. Like, what were you doing, guys? Never tell a rape victim, what were you doing, what were you dressing, why were you drinking. Don't. Like, we are already going through enough self-judgment and asking ourselves, like, what the hell. I remember someone ever attempted to rape me in February, and that thing literally broke me, and it made me start having suicidal thoughts. That was the first time I ever had suicidal thoughts. So like, I can tell you for real, like, it literally wrecks you. You find yourself blaming yourself. I remember in February of 2021, I was like, I should cut myself to punish myself for not being careful and all of that stuff. So basically what I'm just trying to tell you is, don't judge them. You really don't know what someone is going through, and they're already condemning themselves. So I went to a hospital. I didn't have any money and I didn't want to tell my dad. So luckily, if you're a rape victim, you're treated under GVRC, Gender Violence Recovery Center. So everything is free. I was given the PrEP drugs, which I took for 30 days, and it was hell. Bruh, it was hell. Like, but for me, it wasn't so intense. The only thing I can say I felt was serious and heavy fatigue. That's what I felt. And sometimes just, yeah, basically I was fatigued 24/7. I'd be talking to you right now, and before you know it, I'm dead asleep because I am seriously fatigued from talking. So I was treated. I was given a hepatitis B vaccine. So far, I've already taken 2 doses. I go back to hospital on the 14th of this month of January, and then I go get I get my final dose of hepatitis B vaccine in February, and now everything will be behind. So I'm basically now back to what I was talking about, which is this tattoo. The sun just shone on my face, and it's it didn't come to joke. So after 2 weeks of back and forth with the police and the family of the rapist and all that, I did not want to keep telling did not like how every time I went there I was forced to talk about it again, and I wanted to talk about my story on my own terms. I wanted nifike point and I am now ready to talk about it, not someone asking me, and I didn't want us to go to court because now that would mean now me continuously talking about it, and that was just not the setting that I wanted. So the day I dropped the charges, the family of the guy requested to talk to me, which they did, but basically it was just apologizing and all that, and the guy was brought and he was told to apologize, and he was put on probation or something like that. But for me, I dropped the charges, and immediately after that I walked into a tattoo parlor and I put this tattoo to signify me putting everything behind it. It was a mess. Butterflies come from caterpillars. Something ugly still finds a way to bring forth something beautiful, and that is what I was trying to say, that it was a season I didn't like, but I trust that it's going to bring forth something beautiful, hence this tattoo. Yeah, this one took 45 minutes to 1 hour. It was the pain, like, this was actually my first tattoo. The pain was like literally 2 or 1. The pain, I remember I was so scared and I closed my eyes and I told the tattoo artist, tell me when you started. And then he starts, I'm like, you started. Now the only pain I felt is like, you know, they have to go back to the tattoo and like repeat. So it was a bit painful. That's why I'm giving it like a 2 or a 3. And that is the story behind my 3 tattoos. I want to get another tattoo, which is an arrow. If I get the image, I have it, but I don't have it. So if I get the image, I'm going to try it with you. I'm however torn between getting it here or getting it here. This tattoo together with this one cumulatively cost me 2,500. And if you want to get a tattoo, don't put so much sentiment on it, because the sentiment kind of dies down. I think that's why I just usually go on, I want to seek attention or something like that. I want people to see my tattoos, that's for sure. Until but the ones that are personal, I want them to stay where they are. This one is the least meaning, is what I want people to see. So I want to go get other tattoos, which I will probably throughout this year. You will see me getting more tattoos. I'm not sure. There's an arrow I want to put. I don't know if I want it here or if I want it here. That's something I'll figure out. I also want to get something written over here, but written backwards. So this is going to be something personal for me. I'm going to read it in the mirror. The reflection is now written correctly. That's what I want. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for my video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to go get a tattoo, go get it. Like, don't be told anything. I've met people who have promised me I'm going to hell. I've met people who love my tattoos. I've met people who are obsessed with tattoos on other people and not on theirs, which I don't understand. But if you want to go get a tattoo, go get it. Even if it's something minimal, it just feels so good. The healing process takes you about 2 weeks. Some people apply Grabacin, but me, my tattoo artist told me to apply Aramis and just make sure water doesn't touch it. So if you're going to shower, you apply Aramis on it, and then Aramis is petroleum jelly, milking jelly. You apply that we use on our bodies. You apply Aramis on it, and then the water won't touch that part, and just don't wash off that part until it completely heals, which is 2 to 3 weeks. That's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much, and bye bye.